8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mike Darryl takes the night, ghosts and ghouls give them a fright. Eerie whispers fill the air as they hunt for shadows there. In their podcast off the cuff, haunted tales and spooky stuff. They dive down the rabbit hole, seeking out immortal souls. Off the cuff and on the trail, laughing through the creepy tales. Mike and Darryl break the dark, listening for the spectral part.
Hollywood Squares. This would be Paranormal Squares.
They feel paranormal echoes real. With a laugh they brush it off. Ghost hunters they never scoff. Off the cuff and on the trail, laughing through the creepy tales.
That's almost creepy, man. You drive. They're great. They're great to watch, but they're terrible. Oh, I don't.
You know what the problem is? Your thumbs are too small.
What? Yeah.
With a laugh they brush it off. Ghost hunters they never scoff. Off the cuff and on the trail, laughing through the creepy tales. Mike and Darryl break the dark, listening for the spectral bark. Listening for the spectral bark.
Hello. Told you, Mike, it was going to be a little bit longer than usual, eh?
That was a flashback.
It's like a flashback. Oh God, you know what? Everybody. Now I'm not seeing some of the messages I'm seeing here, but everybody, welcome again to Off the Cuff Paranormal. Our after Halloween, way after Halloween, special, you might say.
It still counts. It's only a week after.
It's only a week. It's only a week after. Oh, okay, that's still way after, I guess. Yeah.
Still counts.
Sorry we took a month off, but had a lot to do and a lot of things. Hi, Karen. Hi, Kay. Hi, Amy. Yeah, it's just been one heck of a kind of a busy year, hasn't it, Mike?
Crazy busy, but fun. It's been a fun year. Yeah, it's just one thing after another after another. I know we took the summer off from the show, but yeah, it's just like seems like it's been nonstop still.
That's right.
So,
and next weekend, man, we have 4 reviews to do. It's like, oh my! Believe me, man, I've been at it all day today.
A long day.
And
It's
if
gonna be a
anybody
long day.
asks and wonder where we disappeared to online, apparently I had issues with our website. Yeah, it wasn't showing up online. Bing, none of it. And I found out later it was our supply or our people that do our website, not us, but the people that put it up there. Anyway, they had issues. So hopefully it comes back within the next 20 hours. Anyway, Mike, we do have a very special guest tonight, don't we?
That we do. We do
We
have a
did.
very special guest, and I'm really excited to pick their brain.
Yes. No, that's right. We're all like, yes, 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 yes. But do you want to, or shall I?
You could do the honors. You arranged all of this, so I think you should do the honors.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest tonight comes from another group in the Lower Mainland. They go by the name of Helter Spectre Investigations. And I'm about to bring them on stage. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mike Boulay.
Mike.
Mike, it's a cat.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I got a thing. You see this spiking? You see all this
Yes.
spiking? Crazy. I got a thing. Hold on.
You got a
Right
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
You got a thing.
Shh, 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 shh. I hear a voice. No, it's my cat. It's okay. It's my cat. It's my cat. I don't think it's anything. Or maybe it is. Like, look at this. See look how this is it's just going off.
It's probably from my light here, Ray. I'm sorry. It's probably from this.
It's your halo light.
It's totally my halo light.
Wow.
It's just transmitting.
I'm dumbfounded, man.
I don't look at that. Look at that go. Let's talk about that later.
I don't know. Yes, because we know that. But Ray, welcome to the show, man. It
Thank you
is
so much for having me here.
absolutely awesome. It's wow. What can I say? I mean, we've known each other for, geez, well, not as long as you've known Ken and Holly, but I mean, we've known each other for what?
For a long time.
Yeah, quite a few years.
2018, 17, 18. So yep, it's going back some time. Absolutely.
And oops, no, I didn't. Holly, I did not introduce Ray as Mike.
You did.
Yes, you did. You said Mike Boulay.
Did I?
You
Yes.
totally
I did not. Did I?
Yeah.
You totally did.
What the hell, man?
I don't know.
I know it's Ray. Sorry, guys.
Like,
It's Ray, not Mike. I don't know what the hell. Where's my head at today? Holy crap. Talking about off the cuff. Holy sheep shuckers.
Darryl, it's going to happen. It's going to be in the
It
moment.
just so happens it happened live. Guys, listen, it's Ray Boulay, not Mike. Holy Jesus.
no.
Your neurosynapses are just firing at like lightning speed, and you're trying to keep up. It's okay. Mike, Ray, call me whatever you want. I'm totally.
Well, it was kind of funny, Ray, because Kay just mentioned something that me and Mike went through when we were at one of our investigations, and somehow we ended up calling each other Gerald and Gerald and Dyke, I do believe it was. So I don't. It goes to show, Ray. Oh my God. Oh man. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry, but okay. I digress. But Ray, it's awesome. And yeah, I mean, you like, we kind of got together. You were on board with NPI for a little bit, and then you left, and you started your own group. I don't know, what about a year or so after that, I think.
Gosh, I don't know, man. I think it was longer than that, but it was certainly during the pandemic where everything was just shut down. And it was just quiet enough to start thinking about, let's see if this is something I can do. And it was an exercise in courage and an exercise in, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's an exercise in what the F. And yeah, I always say this, I always appreciate the time spent with NPI because I'd learned tons and I think that's part of what people should do. I mean, there's people should mentor people to do things, and the mentorship I received was absolutely fantastic, and it doesn't take away about from what NPI was doing versus what Helter Spectre could be doing differently. But that's why people come together in a community and they show each other things, and then they either do their thing or they don't. And that happens in just about every workplace. Let's call it a workplace. Yeah, I remember the day we discussed NPI, and I remember the day you sat in this very apartment. I wasn't a member, but you, Ken Finn and Holly Finn sat in this very apartment, which it looks like a basement behind me. I can give you a tour afterward. This is my YouTube set behind me. And we investigated this place, which is the very core of what was driving me to investigate, because this place is ground zero for what the F is going on, what is happening. And if it weren't for moving through NPI and then the pandemic, and then you tend to get a lot of time to think to yourself. You're like, oh, okay, well, X, Y, and Z. So moving forward, and then created Helter Spectre and whatnot. So yeah,
very cool.
So I thank NPI for the foundation and everything else for it.
Well,
so.
Thank you very much. But I mean, hey, everybody learns from everybody, like you said, and that's what makes this whole community work at the best of times.
Sure. Yeah.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But
Yeah.
I mean, when you get certain people together, it just kind of goes and manages to find its route, find its path.
Yeah.
When you like what, and I don't know if I've ever asked you, but however did you come up with Helter Spectre?
That was going to be my question too.
Oh, sorry, Mike, I stole your question.
It's all good. It's all good. We think along the same wavelengths, right?
Quite honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's a bit of a riff off of Helter Skelter, from the Beatles, and I honestly had to look up the definition of helter, and the definition of helter was to be kind of disjointed and lost and looking and out there, which really made sense about the kind of things that we're searching for, which are lost things that are just out there. Yeah. And Spectre just aligned with, Skelter. So it's a bit of a play on words. And I use that as leverage. Of course, that's the name, to use that as leverage. Honestly, when people hear the name, the first thing to think of is the Beatles, but
yes, that is true.
And Manson himself. But yeah, really was just a kind of a thunderbolt moment. I was like, Helter Spectre, can you do that? What does Helter mean? Does it mean anything? Does it make sense? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, and then it made sense. I was like, okay, well, that's the thing. Why not? Why not? So
cool.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, I started out with our team, PSI, and I sat trying to think of a name for the team for countless hours, messaging Amy at like 11 o'clock at night, going, okay, how does this one sound? She's like, yeah, no. It's totally get it. I think it's actually pretty fun to like the whole Helter Spectre tie into music and everything too, because I know you have a deep music interest. So
sure, yeah,
it just totally makes sense, right? I think it's cool. So
yeah, I never looked at it that way as in terms of my musical interest, but I'm glad you do. But thanks for saying so. It's like it was like trying to come up with a band name that people would think it's cool.
Yeah.
You can go through a bunch of band names with your band members and keep rehearsing for months and get your songs all tight and ready for show. But the last thing you're missing is the band name. And then you're like, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, what's your name? And there are countless bands that have had to come up with a name last minute on the stage and that was what stuck. So it's kind of in that vein.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lori Walker says sending love from Sudbury.
Oh, Lori, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Lori, for watching. This is fantastic. This is great.
And thank you for joining us.
This is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us all the way from
Sudbury is
Sudbury.
sorry, Mike.
I said thank you for joining us all the way from Sudbury.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
right.
I mean,
That's
they're
a big-
3 hours ahead, so they're staying up late for this business. So
Oh
good on
yes,
them.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
I tell yeah,
And
definitely.
Sudbury's very haunted, very, very haunted.
So, you stepped in, you created Helter Spectre, and like where you started and where you are now. Did you even see that coming?
That's a great question. No, with a Canadian upspeak. No, unsure. No, but there was a lot of little ideas that I thought that maybe would be interesting to implement in investigations. For example, like mediumship. Darryl, you are attuned to the other side. There's loads of examples and evidence to support your gifts.
You make me blush.
No, quite honestly,
Oh,
I've seen it firsthand when we do stuff, when we have done stuff. One of the things I really wanted to try to implement was not removing the medium from the investigation, but I'm gonna use the word segregate a little bit, but I don't mean that necessarily. What we tried to do was have a medium on board and have them write their impressions, but not tell anybody about it, because that informs people about what they may be feeling, seeing, experiencing, and what have you. But they would put it into an envelope, and the team would not have any sense of what it was that the medium felt, experienced, saw, what have you. And then we would review the tapes and see if there was any correlation to what was inside the envelope. Because to me, I felt like that was a stronger connection to validating the skills of the medium and what was happening on the other side, right? Does that answer the question where we are now? Not entirely. I think a lot of groups and paranormal groups find creative ways to ask about, is your place haunted? Do you need an investigator? Like if we just sat here and sat on our hands and waited for people to come to us, nothing would happen. Well, though, ironically, I got an email from someone in England wondering if we would travel to their place to take care of a particularly bullying ghost.
wow.
Yeah,
That would be quite the trip.
that would be quite the trip. That would be great. Honestly, I would love to go to. I would go to that part of that part of the world and investigate. Oh, it's just like hands down the spookiest place on the planet, I'm sure. But groups have to kind of go out and search for places to investigate, and they have to, keep their chops up, and they have to practice their skills, and they have to do all the things that investigators need to do. And we're no different, right? So we're reaching out and asking what we can be and where we can be. Most recently, I'm not going to reveal it, but
Oops.
I am fortunate enough through my job, through film and television, as a set dresser, to go into unique environments and situations, or not situations, but locations rather. And sometimes there is an ease or a comfortable sense to communicate with the owner of the location and ask, do you have any paranormal things happening in your home? And sometimes it works out.
Yep.
Sometimes, and these are places that no one else would ever have had an opportunity to go to. So recently we had a place, I wish I'd love to say, but I can't. But
Okay.
it's a pretty epic location that is ridiculously old. And all it took was just one question. Hey, it's just really simple. Hey, have you ever had anything unusual happening?
Sometimes it's the easiest approach too.
Sometimes it's just, hey.
Yep.
Hi. It's like meeting a gal in a bar. You don't have to have a pickup line. All you have to do is say hi. So
Is that it?
Trust me, I fail even at the word hi. I'm happily with someone, with my gal Alexandra now, but back in the day, I couldn't even just say hi to the brick wall. Forget about that. Yeah, so sometimes it's just a little bit of trial and error and speaking with people. Sometimes people are not into it at all. I remember speaking with a group of people on the Kingsway. There's a little pub there at Victoria and Kingsway. And I was in there for whatever reason. We were shooting nearby. And something just kind of gave me the notion to ask, hey, are you into this sort of thing? And they were hands down like, F no, we are not into this. This is not a thing. We're not into having you do this.
Yeah.
Sometimes folks are curious and I give them the information and the website and they can check it out. And they'll say, we'll get back to you. So I give them the information. Don't hound them by any means, because that's not what we do. But I think by and large, all groups are kind of just floating around trying to find places to investigate, because they're not all landing in our laps saying, I've got a demon spirit, three-headed goat in my basement, and I really need to have it exercised or figure out what it wants. That doesn't happen. That hasn't happened in a while.
In a while. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a 3-horned goat anywhere in my investigations. I mean, I have to love when people do that. I mean, I mean, we've gotten our fair share of, same thing. I mean, people come to us or we go to them and we just throw it out there. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way a lot of groups work. Some get a little more pushy, some don't.
Yeah.
It's part of being in what we're in. That's just it, I guess, in a nutshell. Mike, what did you have to ask? I mean, I know you had a couple questions there.
I did. I mean, Ray, you've been touching on a lot of the things I already had written down, which is awesome. It's like you could read my mind or something. I don't get it. But
read my mind, Mike. You would see that I'm thinking what you think.
If you could elaborate a bit more, like, I know you said you use the mediums aspect, which we kind of do with some of our team, but not in the same manner that you described there. But um, if you could just elaborate a little bit about Helter Specter's approach compared to other teams, is there any kind of way that you feel that your team just does things a little bit differently, not better, just differently, that works better for your team or for you?
Yeah. The thing we've discovered over the last few years is smaller teams get better results.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is. It could be a number of factors. It could be the fact there's not a lot of voices to answer. If there are indeed spirits that are hanging out with us during an investigation, there's only 2 or 3 people that they need to respond to versus to 5 or 6 or what have you. I mean, I know as a person, and I mean, at least I would think, I hope we would think that these were once people too. So if you had 5 or 6 people asking you questions in real life, I would probably feel really intimidated or closed off, or what the F is going on kind of thing. And we say this often. They were real people once. Why would we should treat them like real people as they are here in life, in death and in life? So we found that smaller groups really get a lot more traction than the larger groups, because there's less to sort through or sift through or what have you. And maybe we don't know this. We don't know this by any means, but if we do indeed build single serving micro relationships with the spirits that we have there, it's easier to build those single serving smaller relationships with just a few people than with just five or 6 or whatever it is. That's been our experience so far, that we tend to yield more results with smaller teams. It doesn't make the evidence less worthy because it's smaller, but it does stand on its own legs if you're still getting something with a smaller crew. And that's the thing that we've kind of discovered a little bit with that.
I would say one thing just to add to that, though, and although I agree with you, right, I do, but I also think that if you're going to a good location consistently and something's responding, it's also familiar. I'm going to say the word wrong.
Familiarity with it.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say.
The familiarity with people. Yeah.
But yeah, like for instance, I mean, we do the Vancouver Police Museum a lot, as you know, and sometimes we have smaller groups, sometimes we have larger groups, and we get just as much activity. Mm-hmm. But I think it's because whatever might be there, and this is just my belief, that they're familiar with us, so they're a little more comfortable with us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's just like in any situation with people. I mean, the more times you see somebody over and over again, you will become more comfortable with them.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Mike? Sorry.
I was going to say also, like, it's when there's a big group of people asking questions, it's almost like an interrogation, right? And if you're being interrogated, you're kind of like, you're nervous, you don't know what to say, right? Whereas I do like the smaller team approach as well. It's like, even if you have a team of, say, 7, 8 people, split them up to see if you can get better reactions too, right?
Yeah.
Because it is more personal. And every location, of course, is different, but you know, it's just, I totally agree with that approach too. I think that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you look at it in a very human sense, applying that does make sense. But since we don't know much what's going on the other side, maybe they don't give an F of what's going on. So
that could be it too. That could be very much it.
Honestly, we know. I mean, we know zero of what's going on. We're just kind of flailing around. That's my opinion. We know nothing.
Yeah.
So,
a while ago, Ray, and I'm just kind of shooting off on another tangent over here.
Yeah.
Mike picked that rebel hole. I'm picking this one. A while ago, well, quite a few years ago, you had me make something at work for you.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you used it or what you used it on eventually.
Yeah.
But I know a little bit about that, but nobody else knows.
Yes, I know.
Would you care to elaborate on what that all was?
Okay, hold on. So I had this idea. You can see this.
Cool.
It is a spirit board guitar. This is just one of a few. I've been messing around with a little bit of it. And this is one version without stripping away the lacquer. And I just got a cheap old torch-like lighter from the dollar store. And as Darryl mentioned earlier, he made something for me. and it was the spirit board layout. We'll call it the Ouija board, but I don't want to do that because that's a copyrighted name. But yeah, so the goal was, I don't know if you can see that, if folks can see that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the goal was to use my knowledge of music and try to craft unique guitar faces. And I would buy old guitars off of Marketplace, whatever it was, for $20, $60. The guitar should play. I mean, it's not going to be in immaculate condition, but I would take the strings off, and in some cases I would just sand down all the lacquer and the finish and bring it down to its wood, and then I would put the templates down and burn in the spirit talking board on the guitar, and it just seems to fit so freaking perfectly. And the goal was to make novelty guitars that still played and people can purchase and play. It would never be applied as an actual spirit board. You could never use it. I suppose you could. However, I have been making spirit board cutting boards with it.
I just picture you summoning dead chickens, like you're gonna get a poultrygeist out of it.
Poltergeist.
Summoning the poultrygeist.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Did you just say poultrygeist?
I said
The poltergeist.
poltergeist.
That's hilarious. The poultrygeist after cutting chicken on the spirit board.
You hear any clucks around your home right now? Know why?
That's so funny. I want to make a sketch. Paranormal, take the piss out of the paranormal video sketch thing with poultrygeist, and it's all the chicken they cut up on. Oh my God, Darryl, that's hilarious.
Oh,
you're getting credit for that. That's awesome.
Well, Mike said you were probably gonna bring in a spirit of a chicken. So, and believe me, we have had ghost chickens on our investigations.
Yeah, like
we have actually. Yes, we have. Oh my, forgot about that.
Oh man, I'll tell you, that is great.
But I do put these together, and I make some guitars out of it, and some spirit board cutting boards, and I gotta say they're kind of cool. People don't know what to make of it, and here's an interesting approach, and maybe we can talk about this. It's a little off the cuff. I know, Darryl, you have a very deep thought about spirit boards and Ouija boards through your experiences in the past. Whether you want to not discuss it at all.
No, I'm fine.
But I know your views on it.
Yeah.
But what's interesting to me is the second I bring up the idea of I've got this guitar that's made out of a spirit board, they're like, oh no, I'm not touching that at all. That's just going to bring in some bad vibes, man. I'm totally not interested in that. So the populace is conditioned to believe that this thing with numbers and letters and yes and no and goodbye is going to bring bad things into your life. And interestingly, I was listening to an interview, a podcast. I wish I could remember the podcast, but it was with Karen A. Dahlman. And I don't know if our viewers or you are familiar with Karen A. Dahlman.
No.
But she's a medium clairvoyant who uses the spirit board. She calls it the Ouija board, but We all know what exactly it is. And she was laying out the idea that when you use the board, what you get from it essentially is what you give to it. Now, let me explain further. And this is a belief I've always felt true to using a Ouija board or a spirit board, is the intention you go into with it. If your intention is good and respectful, that's what you're going to get. It's kind of like a manifestation in life, right? You want good things to happen in your life, you put out good intentions. You want these things to come into your life. You can read about all those sorts of things all over the internet. But I think it also applies to a board with a bunch of letters and numbers on it. And my view is the board is no different than using a tarot card. The board is no different than using a pendulum. The board is no different than using dowsing rods. It all comes down to, okay, idiosyncratic. I'm not saying it properly, but the small motor movements of your hand to create something that's going to happen. But that intrinsically happens within you. And so long as you come from a place of, honest intention, I'm not interested in bringing dark shit into my life. I'm just interested in finding an answer. You might find that the results are going to be less dark or not dark at all. It's the same with using tarots, or it's divination. It's just divination across the board. And it's all about you, the person, what you want to get out of it. And I don't believe that the board is any different than tarots, or the board is any different than pendulum. I don't believe that. The problem is that we've been brainwashed to believe the board is bad. There's tons of movies and horror movies to make you believe that this is a bad thing, right? But it just really comes down to intention. It always comes down, it always comes down to intention, even when we're just standing there with a digital recorder in our hands in the dark asking questions to nothing. It's just about intention. And so our strongest strength, our strongest energy is ourselves and what we put out.
So so Mike, I see you thinking back there, and I know you got a question, Mike. So I'll let you go first.
I mean, I'm kind of thinking about along the same lines as you are, Ray. I've never really used one. Okay, I've never actually used one. I've sat next to one. It was out during an investigation, but I never used it. I never touched it. I've never taken part in it. Did it make me nervous? No. But I'm along the same ideology where there's no difference than using a voice recorder or any of the other equipment for the most part that we use. It's also a matter of knowing what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So there's rules around a spirit board, opening a session, closing a session, do things properly,
Yep.
that sort of thing. So I think as long as you're following the protocols of how you're supposed to be using it,
Yes.
I don't think that there's a problem with it, but I don't think it's really necessary to use one in an investigation either. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I'm also not fully against it. It's just kind of like it's a gray area. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so to that point, how different is using a spirit board during an investigation than using an ovulus?
Not
Because
really any difference. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. At that point, I care to argue there is a difference. Number one, an ovulus is a standalone device that something can supposedly manipulate from within with no human contact, where a spirit board has the human contact in place. Now, another thing that I'm also thinking about what you said, Ray, which I agree with to an extent, is also, I think it also depends on where one has decided to use that board.
Yeah.
You could be in probably one of the nastiest haunted places in the world, and no matter how much positive energy you're going to put into that board, you may not get back what you expect.
Mhm.
All right, that's just my thought.
Yep. No, absolutely true. I think
Fuzzy
Ralph, by
tail.
the way,
Love it. I
he's
love
just,
it.
hey, buddy. Yeah, I think if you use it at home as a means of divination to find answers, is different than when you bring it to the Waverly Hills or wherever, or even or Riverview in Coquitlam, British Columbia, in this Crease Clinic and what have you. So yeah, I think you're going to get different results based on where you are. But that
I
also
think so.
speaks to that. But that also speaks to using. Let's use that as an example. The original Obulus device, not the software-driven ones off the phones, which can be manipulated with downloads and etc.
Mhm.
This is a very standalone device. So I think you'll get different results in those dark locations than you would if you were at home. Similarly, with if you're using a spirit board at home than you were if you were going to go to a dark place and do that.
Agreed.
But
It's a tough one.
it's a total tough one. It just makes my brain spin like a top when I think about, even if you use a spirit board in a dark location, if you evoke, I always get these two mixed up. There's evoke and if you evoke something, it's from the higher realm. If you invoke, it's something from a lower realm. But if you're in a dark location, you got a spirit board, you're asking for the good stuff to come through. Is that what you want in an investigation? Maybe you want the bad stuff. Maybe because you want answers. I don't know.
Well, you kind of want
Well,
stuff.
what was that, Mike?
You just want stuff.
You want stuff.
Well,
You
yeah,
don't
but
want the bad stuff, but
it depends on the claims,
Yeah, it totally depends on the
yes.
times. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Depends on the claims. I mean, you got a family that's terrified of what's happening, and you find out that something's not communicating, and you pull a spirit board asking for it. It may be nice to start, but you may not end up there because something is terrifying people, and you're not getting to the bottom of it. So you want to push a little bit to say,
Right.
"Hey, you got to answer it, because if you don't, we're coming back again and again and again."
Yeah. To that point, I will say, if there was a family that was like, hot damn, I really think that there's something going on in our house, never ever would I introduce the spirit board.
Yep.
It would all be technical. It would all be technical until there was nothing else
Yeah.
to do.
Oh, and Holly said invoke, Invoke.
Invoke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's two differences. I mixed the two up, but yeah, I would never do that. It'd be like, oh, let's just bring out the spirit board and see what's going on. Hell no.
Well, because it has such a like you said, it's just people seem to have this opinion about it, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as they see it,
Yeah.
as soon as they see it, they go, "Ooh, I don't want that in my house," or
Yeah.
whatever, right? So, and I get that. Some investigators are like that too. It's like as soon as you bring it out, they go, "Ooh, no, 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 no."
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah,
So,
I don't do. The last time I used one when I was in grade 9, there was something that followed me home at the end of the whatever it was. Here's a true story. We used the Ouija board in high school at my friend's place, my friend Ian's place in Sudbury, and we sat around, and it spelled out the word Chub-a-dub. Now, we have no idea what Chub-a-dub means, but to this day, with all my high school friends, we will always be like, Chub-a-dub! Oh, it's Chub-a-dub! So we don't. Maybe that's a lower demon on the scale of it's lower than imps. Like it's just like baseline baseline.
Don't say it.
Make its way.
Don't
When
say
you
it
want to
3
be
times in a
you don't
row
want
and
to be
there's going
haunted
to
by-
summon something.
Chubba-dub. So
Oh my God.
take it for what you want, but it was Chubba-dub that came through that night, and we just howled. We thought, what did I do this thing?
Well, I mean, I don't particularly. I mean, if somebody wants to use a Ouija board on an investigation I'm on, I mean, go for it, I guess, to a point. But I'm rather careful because not all clients look at it the same way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
And
So
I think if you want to use it, you should use it in personal situations, personal interactions. I highly recommend listening to Karen A. Dahlman about her use with the Ouija board, and because it's logical, it makes sense. She demystifies the whole aspect of what we're just talking about. This connotation that it's always evil, it's always bad, it's always this. She's a big advocate for using it as personal growth and personal spiritual growth for each individual, and she will use it on investigations too. So I will forward the podcast episode. I listened to it the other day. Why is it escaping me? Hot damn! But I will send it off to you anyway if you want to share it with your listeners.
I just thought you might find this funny. Ken, hang on a second. Ken said, Chubba Dub Dub 3 ghosts in a tub.
Chubba Dub Dub 3 ghosts in a tub.
Sounds like something Ken would come up with.
The cleanest ghosts in town.
He also said we had a growing up. What? We had one growing up. Dad attempted to remove it from the house. I believe it came back twice. He threw it in the garbage. He ended up breaking it up and taking it to the dump himself. Wonder who was returning it, Kay.
Yeah. But that also speaks to the idea of not even just a Ouija board. I mean, if you truly believe you've inherited an object that is possessed and it's caused you heartache or problems or dis-ease or disruption in your life, whether it's a Ouija board or whether it's a clock from great grandma, and you throw it away, the idea of intention of getting rid of something is the same. So,
well, we actually have a haunted 8-ball if you're ever interested in investigating it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not. God. The it's guy mailed it to me, man. He did not want it around his house. No, and I've had it for quite a long time and never had any problems other than calling people different names and doing different stuff. But anyway, really? I mean, that's.
Wow. I'm not saying that there's anything behind this haunted 8-ball, but I had it in my house for quite a while.
Yeah.
And to say I had some bad luck during that span would be an understatement. So
okay.
Just saying.
Where did you get the ball from?
Well, there was a fella that was, I do believe, if I remember correctly, was somewhere down in Chilliwack or Abbotsford, and he contacted us, and he was absolutely sure, him and his wife, that they were given this 8-ball. They bought it at a garage sale, I do believe, and they ever since they put it in their home. Mine right now, it's not in my house; it's actually downstairs in my garage, but. They said that they had nonstop issues, like their relationships. The relationship started going bad. Problems with the house started happening. Just money problems started happening. It was just across the board, nonstop issues that they had never had before. So, of course, they narrowed it down to the only thing they had brought new into the house that they could think of, and that was the magic 8-ball. So. We're like, okay, not a problem. I said, mail it to me. So he mailed it to my work. I did not unwrap it at the time. I actually took it over to Mike and Bev's, and we actually had gloves on and everything else, filmed the whole thing, unwrapped it, put it through its, am I going to have good luck? And, it depends, may happen. Like the usual answers came up.
Yeah.
Nothing ever bad that I can associate with it ever happened. I've had it here for years. I don't know. I think Mike and Bev had it for quite a while. They don't really recall having any bad luck with it. Mike, sorry if you didn't mean to give you any bad luck. But I mean, we've given it to
I had a
multiple
lot of those
people.
similar things. I had a lot of those similar things that those people described.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we've given it multiple people, and everybody's had a look at it. Everybody's had a chance to kind of see it. Some said no, some said yes, and some still have yet to have it. But I mean, if you're interested in hanging on to it for a little while, I'd be happy to lend it to you.
Okay, so sometimes
just for investigative purposes.
No, and here's my thought. Sometimes bad things happen to good people.
Yep.
Yes.
And this sounds like a Dead Files episode. We brought this thing into our house, and so like, you know, Mike the detective is like, "Oh, you sure it's a thing? Is it, you know, like whatever?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's totally bad." And then Amy comes on board and does the drawing of the demon or whatever the fuck it is holding an 8-ball, and it's ruining their lives. And then they break down in tears and they're like, "Oh yes, that's totally the answer. We need to get rid of this 8-ball." But
Yes.
sometimes just shit happens to people. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes stuff happens to people. So yes. Okay. So I will take it on and we will see.
Well, next, I'll tell you what. Next time we see you, I'll make an arrangement. I'll drop it off with you. Just, you know, keep in good condition, and when you're finished with it, hand it back.
Yeah,
because we'd love to know. I mean, honestly, we didn't. I haven't. I mean, I've had my fair share of bad luck, just like anybody else. But I mean, it's bound to happen. No, just for a few minutes, because time is passing really quick. So, Ray, if we happen to go overboard a little bit, we might. But folks, now,
can I go to the bathroom?
Well, you can after I start this if you want.
Okay.
So
you're supposed to wear a diaper before you go on the show, don't you know this?
that's right. So
Okay.
just a quick note, guys, as you can tell from Ray's guitar and stuff like that, he has a few more talents than what he's putting across. I have been and watched him play and watched him sing. He is a talented individual, and I mean, I really enjoyed going to see him when he has played. It's been fantastic. And one of the things he gave to me, now it is on YouTube, and I think, you know, I'm not sure, I don't have the YouTube link because I couldn't tie it back to the stream like this, but it, believe it is called, now let me just get back here. Now, there's a song that he made, and it's actually called Broken Afterlife. So, well, Ray takes a hiatus. I'm going to play this for you and have a listen to it. Yeah, we'll be back in a minute. All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
I'll leave this here.
There's no wind, take me where I want to. There's no sun to warm up the coldest soul. Someone came, took me by the hand. I'm still here, wait for the promised land. Take me from this broken afterlife. Take me home, 'cause I'm not feeling right. Send me from this broken afterlife. Everything's a dream. Broken afterlife. There's no worth for my feet to stand upon. There's no sky for my eyes to look beyond. I don't care what the scribes have to say. We, my friends, will sit here and waste away. Take me from this broken afterlife. Take me home, 'cause I'm not feeling right. Send me from this broken afterlife. Take me home, 'cause I'm not feeling right. Everything's a dream.
All right, guys. So there you go, Ray. I don't think Mike could actually hear the song, could he?
No, I couldn't hear anything on my end. I'm sorry. I didn't
Oh,
know
that's weird because I know everybody else did, and I think Karen actually said, "Lighters up, arms are swaying." Another comment. Oh God, love this song, crackling song, blah 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 blah, and it just goes on. Ray, fantastically done.
Awesome.
And I will play it for Mike a little bit later.
I'm happy to share any of the links, whatever. It's
Well, actually, well, we got you because it's almost at the end of the show, and that's why I mean we're probably going to go over. And like I said, time flies. Couple things. I think Mike, you had mentioned something to me about some type of sticker.
Oh, yes. Ray, on the back of your truck, Amy and I were both enamored with your stickers.
yeah.
And the one that kind of, the one that stuck out was the, pardon me, hunt ghosts, not animals.
Yeah.
And you said you could make these stickers.
I
Could
can.
Could you elaborate a little bit more than that?
Sure. Oh, they're right over here. Hold on. Let my cat talk to you. He's right here. So here we are. This is Ralph, by the way. If anyone, he's a baba. He's my baba. He's purring.
Oh, I think I lost Mike. Hang on. Yeah, I lost Mike. I don't know how I lost Mike, but I lost
Hey, I'm
Mike.
back. I'm
Mike's
back.
back.
Sorry about that. I pressed something wrong on my phone. I shouldn't touch anything when we do these things.
That's right. That was Ralph.
That was Ralph. Ralph, aka Prince. I've named my other cat Cornell after Chris Cornell, but we want to name Ralph Prince because, well, Prince was a great artist too, and well, Ralph has black fur, so why not? But back to the stickers.
Yes.
We have the Hunt Ghosts, Not Animals stickers.
I love it.
That's awesome.
They seem to be a hit. I'm not going to lie. I'll drive around town and people will, if I park into a parking lot and I'm getting groceries, more often than not, I get the thumbs up for, that's a great sticker. Where can I get one? And so I've just opened an Etsy shop that you can purchase Hunt Ghost Not Animal stickers.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And I just printed out a bunch of stickers it's called Ghost Evolution. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
It's evolution. Guys, we're getting really close to the end show. We got a few more questions to ask Ray when he gets back. And other than that, we're getting really close. So to everybody that's joined us tonight, I mean, it's been an absolutely great show. And again, it's gonna be awesome. So anyway, is that an evolution sticker?
Ghost Evolution. So it's the evolution of man to ghost.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That is good.
I will have them as t-shirts and a sticker soon. And when I do have those available, I'll send a link and people are more than happy to purchase these stickers. Of
Awesome.
course,
That is
the NPI team gets these if they want it for no charge. And yeah, so I'll send a link, the Etsy link, and people can.
awesome. That would be great. Be happy to spread it around for you.
That's awesome.
Now there was, I think, one other thing, and I think Mike's got it visually compared to me because I think I just closed it out. Yeah, it was a topic I sent you, Mike.
It is.
Number one.
Oh, yes. Daryl wanted me to ask you about what is Helter Spectre basement?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm
quick,
intrigued.
behind me, it looks like a basement, does it not?
Sort of, I guess. Yeah.
It's got a brick wall look.
Brick
Yes.
Yeah.
wall. It's got a radiator, a circuit box, a phone,
It does look like a basement.
and a
It
door.
does. Yeah.
But
It looks like something from the X-Files.
but it's really just my apartment.
That's cool.
There are the studio lights right there, and here is the basement.
That's pretty
Uh,
clever.
So the goal was for myself to start doing some YouTube videos and stuff, and I needed a set, and so I leveraged my the materials I can access and the industry I work in to dress a set that looks like a basement. And this has just been in my apartment for the last several months. So I still need to make some content. I'm probably going to make like book reviews. There is a video I'm going to release soon called Gus, the farting ghost. That's made. I just need to finish it. So it's a storybook. It's a storybook video about Gus who farts. And
I hope that's not based on a real ghost.
oh, I hope not, man.
Based on true events.
No, I would honestly, I would rather a farting ghost than a ghost that touches me in the middle of the night, which has happened. So
That's true.
I would sooner a fart smell than something slapping my feet in the middle of the night. So
True.
I will take that.
Phantom farts. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, folks, listen. It's just over an hour. And as we said, Ray, it goes really quick. But I got a great idea. And I'm thinking maybe in a couple of months, if you're open to it, we could have part 2. Because there is so much more that we need to discuss, chat about, and get into that.
Like,
it just blows my mind. Just,
Ray, I had page printed out of questions.
Holy crap!
I'm
not joking, man. This was an interrogation I had ready to go.
So, oh my God.
So we are going to put you through the ringer in a couple of months if you're willing to be back on board, right?
Yeah. Put me out of the light.
How about a couple of months down the road?
Sounds good.
All right, we're going to do that again. And Ray, I'd like to thank you again. And I was going to say Ray, aka apparently Mike in my head, but anyway. No, but before we go, could you please pass along your link to like not link, but the what am I looking at? The www for your Helter Spectre and or investigation. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I can do that.
So just rattle it off. Go ahead.
It is www.helterspectre.com. Spectre is with an R-E, not an E-R. It's not the American spelling, it's the English spelling. So helterspectre.com. You can pop on there, check out some evidence. We got some really cool evidence that we can't explain. And there's some more music that was created by myself and I guess myself. So you can listen to that. And we would love to hear from you. Please drop a line in the comment section anywhere and just say, hey, we were here. I hated your site. It sucked. Or we loved your site. It was great. Any information is fantastic. So I hope that people are interested in going to www.helterspectre.com and dropping a line. Listen to the evidence. Listen to the music. And just have a good night just goofing around on our site.
And when it gets up on YouTube, which won't take too long, tomorrow sometime, I'll put a few links in below on the comments on it for you. So that's on. But anyway, Ray, at this point, from myself, Darryl, and
This guy, the real Mike, not
The
the
real-
fake Mike.
thank you so much, Mr. Ray Boulay from Helter Spectre
Thank you very much.
Investigations. Have a great night, and thank
Did
you for joining us.
Look at.
Good.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, you guys close out. I'm going to go investigate this because there's something going on here. Okay.
Good night, Ray.
You guys have a good night. There's some shit going on in my place. Okay, bye.
There you go.
Bye.
All right. All right, Mike. Again, everybody, thank you, Mike.
I lost you, Daryl. I can't hear a word you say. But on that note, I'm gonna have to say goodnight, everybody.
That's it. That's exactly what I was saying. Exactly. Yes. All right. Okay, guys. Good night.